Hey y'all, how you doing? This is the morning of Saturday, May 21st, and a friend and I from work are going on a little day trip today to go watch another coworker of ours participate in the Highland Games. I've never been to a Highland Games event. Thought it would be cool to go support a coworker and just kind of check out and see what it's all about. Probably gonna get super crispy unless we stop somewhere and get some sunscreen because I'm so white I glow and I don't have any sunscreen with me today and we're gonna be outside all day. But it's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I had a little bit of time before I leave to go pick her up, and I decided to do my after the box review of Tamed Wild. We're going to go through the items and I'll tell you what I thought of each one. And then, if you want to, stick around until the end, and I will tell you why this will be my last Tamed Wild after the box review. Um, some issues there. Okay, so let's start with we got this little enamel pin, really cute with the feather and the moon and the stars, the spell bottle enamel pin, which I attached to our moon tote that we got. This tote is really, it's good quality. It's super thick. The colors on it are vibrant. The design is gorgeous. It does have the capacity to hold a lot of items. I kind of wish that it was a little bit wider on top, to make it easier for those of us with larger arms to just kind of get in there and not have to take it off to put anything on top or into it. But I do love this. I haven't used it yet because I've been nowhere but work. But I do love the tote. Okay, and then we got the jar of roses, which I have not done anything with. I lost my little, what was it, an alligator that I saw in there when we opened it up. The things have gotten shaken around and the alligator has left us. But I haven't opened this one because I had other dried roses from an already opened container that I decided I would use for the blessing ritual. And so I haven't opened that one yet. It just sits pretty over there on my shelf. And then we got the Book of Flowers. And we were kind of confused when we went through this because the picture of the flower did not match the description on the other side. This is not a chrysanthemum. And we go a few more pages. This is not a lilac. And then after the video, I realized that the picture is on the front and the description, lily, is on the back side of the page. And I just thought it was a really odd way for them to put it together. Another viewer had mentioned that one of their friends had suggested that maybe you could use it, disassemble it, and if you give someone a flower, you can give them the flowers page from the book to kind of let them know the magical uses and any ritual that they might do into that. I mean, it's interesting. It gives you some information, and I like that. I just don't like how it's put together, and I don't like that the only thought of use for it would be to take it apart. And then we have the necklace, which I am wearing mine. And the ritual for the month was to infuse the necklace with your intentions and wear it. You got different charms. Everybody wants the raven. I haven't seen anybody that got the raven. I have seen different moons. And then I believe one of my friends on here, BRG, I think she said she got the crystal. So there are options. I have charged this with intention a few times. On on the full moon. The full moon is good for releasing things, and the new moon is good for manifestation. So on the new moon, as the moon grows, so does whatever it is that you're calling into your life. And on the full moon, as the moon wanes, then you are releasing whatever. And I did do a full moon ritual. No, I didn't have. Yeah, I did a full moon ritual with it, and then yesterday I did a new moon ritual with it. So I can't attest to the magical properties of it, but it gives me a way to ground myself. Okay, so Tamed Wild. Tamed Wild has recently switched to a quarterly box. And at the time of discussion, they'd sent out an email asking people if what they would prefer. Never really saw like any type of poll resorts or anything. I was against it because even freshly into my subscription and then looking at previous boxes, I realized that Tamed Wild does seem to have an ongoing issue of getting the boxes to you in time for you to use it with any coordinating Sabbats that might be coming up that the box is intended to be used with. And these boxes said that they were going to be centered around the Sabbats. So, the first quarter, they advertised far and wide you would get a seasonal workbook that covered May, June, and July. And ideally, they would have started sending the boxes mid-April. So I do not know of anyone that received their box prior to the beginning of May. For those of you that celebrate, May 1st was Beltane, which would have assumed to have had that ritual included in the workbook. The first full moon of May was May 5th, and would have assumed to include a ritual for that full moon in the book. I don't know. I can't tell you because I will not be receiving the box. I had, in January, paid for a year's subscription to Tamed Wild. And so they already had all my money. And prior to the changeover, I had had multiple email conversations with Danielle at Tamed Wild. And we had figured out what I was going to do, what my options were. This is what I want. So this is the direction that we are going. So the first weekend in May rolled around and I hadn't received a shipment notification, hadn't received my box, nothing, no communication. So I reached out and I was like, hey, what's going on? Can you tell me when these boxes are going to be shipping? This, that, and the other. And I got your standard email, hey, yeah, we're going to send them out. Watch your email for a shipping notification. Okay. Another week goes by and nothing. So I reached out again in response to the last email that I had received. I was like, hey, it's been another week. I haven't gotten anything. Please send me an update. We are already into the second week of May. Nothing. Crickets. And so I was like, okay. Maybe they're just busy getting all of these boxes out. At that point, I had started to see some of the unboxings pop up on YouTube. And I was like, they're just working really hard to get everybody taken care of. I'll get my box this week. May 20th rolls around. And I had, I think, Thursday, sent another email requesting a status update on the shipment of my box and still hadn't heard anything. So yesterday morning, even though it was the weekend, I was like, nobody's going to see this till Monday, blah, blah, blah. I got up, I sent an email. I included screenshots of the conversation that I had with Danielle, which had... It had stated, the balance of the box, the balance that I had remaining after the boxes that I had already received, and what that could be applied to, how many boxes I would be receiving, the credit that I would have with the store after paying for the next 4 boxes, and then I sent a screenshot of my account page on Tamed Wild. I was like, hey, you can see here, even on your end, it shows unfulfilled. I just please cancel and refund my money. At this point, the month of May is gone. I'm not receiving but 2/3 of the value of the box, and I just don't want it. Yesterday afternoon, I received a notification from the payment option that I had used to pay, and it said refund initiated. So somebody's there on the weekends, y'all. But yeah, they have initiated a refund to my account, and I will no longer be receiving Tamed Wild. I did enjoy the boxes. At the smaller price point, they were fairly worth what you received in them. From what I have seen in the new boxes, I'm not so sure that that's still the case. Maybe the workbook is the deciding factor. But as far as just the items themselves, not so much. So this is our last Tamed Wild box. Farewell to Tamed Wild. Maybe we will revisit you again in the future if we hear that you've ironed out your kinks. So, for those of you who have made it this far, exciting news. We've reached 51 subscribers, which is double what it was when we did the first giveaway. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening to my ramblings and my never short videos. I really appreciate each and every one of you, and so I think doubling our membership is totally worth the celebration. So comment on this video and you will be entered to win. I still have the canklets from the first video giveaway. If you remember the canklets, I have those, and I think I'm going to put together a few other items as we do more unboxings. We're going to run this until, see, today's May 21st. I will not be until June 21st is in the middle. We're going to run it till the end of June. So anyone who comments on the videos, you'll get an entry for each comment. I don't know how to tell if you're subscribed or not, so even if you're just stopping through, go ahead and comment. I might pick you. And I will put together some other things so you can make a selection if you are the winner, because I know not everyone has want or use of one of the canklets that I made. That being said, I hope you all have a fantastic day. This video will probably upload this evening because you all know I have internet issues. And I don't know, just have a wonderful day. The sun is shining. Get out there and enjoy it. Love y'all. Bye.